Hello, boring vlogs people. How are you this fine day? Me? I'm just dandy. That's how I am. I finally got a chance to get Costco pizza for lunch because it wasn't super frickin' crazy busy packed like it was on the weekends. But I guess everybody just wants to go to Costco on the weekends, and that's what they do. They just go to Costco. And I was actually going to start this vlog when I was walking back to my car from the line, but like there were way too many people around me, and it's weird. I don't the most like outside I've done one of these is on California Screamin' at Disneyland. Like apart from that, I don't really do it in front of people. People that I don't know, at least, because I don't know, it's just weird when people see you talking to your phone. Like they probably think you're crazy. And for me, and it was also kind of windy out there, so I would have had to talk louder. And with all the people around me, they'd be like, "What is this dude doing talking to himself?" And like even though I didn't actually do it, I could really appreciate, like, you know, how the Shaytards and CTFXC, how they go about doing their vlogs every day, holding an actual camera in front of their face wherever they go. Like, it's just kind of cool to think about the fact that they do that. And it definitely probably takes some getting used to, of all the people that always look at you. And they probably just end up starting to ignore them because they're just paying attention to the camera and making sure they don't run into people or whatever. But, yeah, like, maybe I'll have to build up a tolerance to doing it outside. But I'm rarely ever, like, outside or public places. Maybe I'll do vlogs from Target a lot because I go there. But yeah, so I got my pizza. Pizza, so I can take it home and eat it. Because I don't want to eat it here, because if I eat it here, I'm going to end up getting a soda to drink with it, and I just don't need more soda, you know. I drink enough as it is. But yeah, so came here and got that. And dealt with one of the nicest people ever. I love it when people are nice. When you're being helped by somebody, and like they're just super friendly and polite, and just that always just makes your day better when people are nice and stuff. I mean, I always appreciate that. Whenever I worked in restaurants and stuff and I had to deal with people, it's like when you have a nice customer, it's just like, that was awesome. That dude or that lady was so nice, and that just made my night. Because it's, you know, it seems like people are either just like nothing, or they're just sort of boring, or they're mean most of the time, and like you don't get people that are really nice and polite, just like genuinely nice people that often. But yeah, so how was your Memorial Day, guys? Woohoo! I saw who was it? Oh, I'm trying to remember who it was. Some basketball guy who tweeted Happy Labor Day instead of oh gosh, yeah, that's pretty funny. They covered that on SourceFed. Instead of Memorial Day, he said Happy Labor Day. Pretty funny. Oh god. But oh, my nose itches, and I don't have any hands to itch it with. Oh, there we go. Itch it with my camera hand. But yeah. So I hope you guys had a good Memorial Day. I know I spent mine doing the same thing I do every other day since I don't have a job. Just like, woohoo! I'm not doing anything special. But it was pretty funny. My parents and my older brother all went. They're not together, but on the same day went to see. Oh no, actually, my brother saw it the day before, but saw Avengers in 3D. And it was funny. My parents called me before they went to see it because they were thinking of going to see it. I set the pizza down to scratch my nose because it's so itchy. And they were like, "So what was that shot that you worked on with the arrow? Blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh well, you know, I did the shot of Hawkeye firing the arrow at Loki, and then Loki catching it, and then it exploding. Those two shots back to back, like those were arrow ones." And I only mention those because those were ones that, when Joss Whedon came to visit us at our studio, my lead mentioned those shots to him and was like, "Oh yeah, our artist did those shots." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember seeing them." And my reaction was, "No effing way," when he saw them. So that's why my parents were like, "Oh, what are the famous arrow shot? Blah blah blah," just because Joss Whedon remembered them. But I mean, if you've seen the movie, you'll remember the shot. It's Loki's flying on the little scooter thing, and Hawkeye's like, "Got him," and then he fires the arrow at him. And I did the shot that pans out as you're looking right at Hawkeye, and it pans out from it, following the arrow, and then it follows the arrow to Loki. And they were cool shots. But yeah, so they called and were like, "Oh, what was the shot?" I told them, and then after the movie, they called me and they were like, "Woohoo! Congratulations! That shot was awesome!" It was just ridiculous. They were pandering to my sight and whatever, to my ego. It was pretty funny. But yeah, that's so they saw it and they liked it. So that, I mean, my parents, they like movies for the majority, for the most part. I mean, but they didn't see Thor, they didn't see Captain America, they saw some of Iron Man, they didn't see Iron Man 2, so it's like they barely saw any of the movies with the people in them, and yet they still enjoyed the movie with all of them together. So that just goes to show why that movie is climbing up the ranks of top grossing films. It's just because everybody can enjoy it, no matter what movies they've seen up to that point. Like, if they're vaguely familiar with the characters, even if they're not, they probably, if people aren't even familiar with who the characters are, it's still a great movie. But yeah, so enough talking about myself and the Avengers. Nobody cares about that. So I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And yeah, so long. Bye-bye.